in the room, Nene's party. Porsha wasn't invited. And honestly, I think that some of the stuff that you guys have talked about is stupid and petty. Girl, I am not doing this at this moment. I want to say this before you go any further. Please do not keep calling Nene, because the last time I saw Porsha, Porsha said to me, the door is closed.
Okay, that's true. I want to know why you are angry with me. I want to know what it is going on with our relationship.
I'm angry with you?
I felt like that, yes.
Really?
Did. That's what
Y'all, she revealed it all. Nene didn't hold back, going all in on Porsha, uncovering secrets fans have only dared whisper behind closed doors. What began as a marriage with Simon Godia, allegedly motivated purely by money, was just scratching the surface. Nene claims Porsha's hidden lesbian affairs and shadowy cheating history are darker and more twisted than anyone could imagine, and the details will leave you reeling, stunned, and utterly speechless. According to Nene, Porsha's life has been a labyrinth of secret liaisons nobody expected. While publicly wed, she allegedly carried out affairs with multiple industry figures, including Future, in a game Nene says revolved entirely around greed and manipulation. But it goes deeper. Patrice Sway McKinney is also allegedly tangled in jaw-dropping claims of silent herpes transmission that might have impacted everyone around her. Nene paints Porsha as ruthless, deceitful, and dangerous. A woman who played a double life in broad daylight. Fans are now asking, how could anyone conceal such dangerous, tangled secrets for so long? This expose isn't mere gossip. It's a devastating revelation of betrayal, deception, and forbidden desires that shook the reality TV world. Social media erupted. Trending hashtags, viral debates, and millions of comments poured in as fans tried to process the shocking reality. Nene's revelations are emotionally raw, showing Porsha not only as a cheater, but as a master manipulator, leaving a trail of heartbreak, scandal, and chaos. This is bigger than a story. It's a hurricane of gossip, and the world watches as Nene tears back the curtain on Porsha's secret life, hidden affairs, and perilous games. And remember, this is only the opening act. The full truth is far from revealed, and the fallout will rock the industry to its core.
Surprised me is the way Nene kind of like came for you. I deal with energy, and you have to understand when someone is trying to speak a curse upon you, and somebody is trying to encourage you and speak blessings into your life.
Every time you interview, every time you do anything in your mouth, you got my name in your mouth.
You are.
Okay?
And
you gotta understand you are.
you said on this show,
You
talking
talk
about me.
Okay?
Yes.
That's what you do.
How did we get here? I mean, we were having so much fun. All of a sudden, these buns falling down, and it's like a full-on worry.
Buckle up, because what Nene just revealed about Porsha is utterly shocking. A scandal so twisted and deep that it will leave fans and industry insiders alike gasping in disbelief. Reality TV has always thrived on drama, but this is far beyond ordinary drama. This is a full-scale expose of betrayal, lies, and hidden lives concealed behind glamorous smiles and red carpet appearances. Nene claims Porsha's life has been a tangle of secret affairs, manipulations, and dangerous liaisons, and the details are nothing short of explosive. While publicly married to Simon Godia, allegedly for money and status, Porsha supposedly maintained clandestine relationships that few could even imagine. According to Nene, Simon's marriage was never about love. It was a calculated move in a game Porsha has been playing for years, a game where wealth, power, and attention were the ultimate prizes. Fans may think public relationships tell the whole story, but Nene alleges Porsha's hidden lesbian affairs are far from rumor. These secret liaisons, allegedly involving multiple industry figures, have created a dangerous web of deceit that, if fully revealed, could shake Hollywood to its core. Nene describes Porsha as greedy and manipulative, someone who allegedly transferred herpes silently, not only to partners like Simon and Future, but allegedly across other hidden relationships, putting countless lives at risk. The shocking revelations continue as Nene claims Porsha maintained a secret relationship with Patrice Sway McKinney, also allegedly resulting in the silent spread of the virus. The implications are staggering. The fallout could be catastrophic, and social media has ignited with speculation, outrage, and disbelief. Nene's expose paints Porsha as a woman living a double life in plain sight, balancing public appearances with private manipulation. This story goes beyond ordinary celebrity gossip. It is a tragedy of deceit, a drama of emotional betrayal, and a striking example of how hidden secrets can erode trust and destroy reputations. Fans are stunned to learn that while smiling for cameras and attending glamorous events, Porsha allegedly orchestrated affairs fraught with secrecy, risk, and manipulation. Social media is overflowing with reactions, trending hashtags, and endless debates as the public attempts to process the magnitude of these claims. Each revelation, each assertion from Nene adds another layer of shock and tension, leaving fans questioning who else may have been involved or harmed. As the narrative unfolds, Nene alleges Porsha's actions were deliberate and calculated, painting a portrait of a woman who allegedly leveraged relationships for financial gain, status, and personal gratification. The allegations are so severe that industry insiders reportedly are reconsidering their connections with Porsha, wary of being dragged into scandal. Nene's recounting of Porsha's affairs, manipulations, and secret behaviors is emotionally charged, leaving no doubt that, if true, this ranks as one of the most sensational exposures in recent celebrity history. The weight of these claims is immense. Allegations of hidden affairs, viral transmission, and intentional deceit come together to form a shocking mosaic of betrayal that the world is witnessing unfold in real time. Every element of Nene's revelations amplifies the emotional gravity of the story. Fans are not merely learning about alleged affairs, they are confronting the possibility that trust, health, and emotional well-being were jeopardized by Porsha's secretive lifestyle. Each claim is presented with intensity and detail designed to shock, horrify, and grip audiences in a way ordinary gossip rarely achieves. The drama is layered, combining love, betrayal, secrecy, and alleged danger, transforming this narrative into a viral storm of emotion and controversy. Social media is flooded with responses ranging from disbelief to outrage as fans analyze each claim and speculate on who else might be involved. The allegations suggest a pattern of calculated behavior, one in which Porsha allegedly exploited her relationships strategically for money, influence, and personal satisfaction. Nene's revelations indicate that this behavior wasn't random. It was deliberate, repetitive, and allegedly created a destructive cycle affecting multiple partners over time. Viewers are left questioning not only Porsha's moral compass, but also the hidden dynamics of Hollywood relationships, where appearances are preserved at all costs and secrets carry dangerous consequences. Each revelation, each shocking detail, is drenched in emotion, peril, and scandal, making the story impossible to ignore. As fans and critics process the information, the gravity of Nene's claims begins to hit. This isn't mere gossip. It's an emotionally intense exposé that could completely reshape how the public views Porsha's private and public life. Allegedly hidden affairs, secret motivations, and dangerous behaviors paint a portrait of a woman whose public persona may be starkly different from her private reality. The emotional intensity of these allegations, combined with potential fallout for those involved, ensures this story will stay viral, controversial, and deeply gripping for weeks, if not months. Brace yourself, because the revelations are far from finished. With each alleged affair and every shocking detail Nene shares, the world is confronted with a narrative full of betrayal, greed, and hidden peril. Fans are left tense, emotionally charged, and fully aware that if even a fraction of these claims are true, the scandal is unprecedented in scale and intensity. Nene's exposé doesn't just reveal secrets, it unmasks a double life, a trail of manipulation, and a saga of shocking deceit the world won't soon forget. The story is emotionally raw, aggressive, and relentless, capturing the full spectrum of celebrity drama, viral gossip, and scandalous revelation. With every shocking detail Nene reveals, the public's reaction escalates into a frenzy as the alleged depths of Porsha's secret life unfold like a nightmare no one could have imagined. Fans and insiders alike question the very foundation of trust and loyalty in her public image. Nene claims that while Porsha smiled for cameras and maintained her glamorous facade, behind the scenes she orchestrated a complex web of affairs, manipulation, and emotional deceit that left countless individuals affected, some silently suffering from the consequences. According to Nene, Porsha's alleged affairs were never isolated incidents. They were a consistent pattern of secretive behavior spanning years, involving multiple partners across the entertainment industry. Each relationship allegedly maintained for personal gain carried layers of risk, including the silent spread of herpes, which Nene claims Porsha knowingly failed to disclose. From Simon Godia to Future and Patrice Sway McKinney, the cycle of secrecy and deception allegedly persisted unchecked, creating an emotional and physical ripple effect impacting far more lives than anyone outside her inner circle could comprehend. Social media exploded as fans struggled to reconcile the Porsha they thought they knew with the allegations Nene has revealed. Not about innocence, not about guilt, but about containment. How far can this go? How many people are tied to it? And how much can realistically stay buried? Industry insiders note that when legal teams mobilize, the goal isn't always confrontation, it's control. Control the narrative. Control the leaks. Control the momentum. And yet, the momentum keeps building. Because the internet doesn't respond to silence with patience, it responds with curiosity. Every unanswered question becomes speculation. Every missing detail becomes evidence. And in this case, the lack of a firm denial has spoken louder than any statement ever could, especially as more individuals quietly suggest they were aware of certain things long before the public ever caught on. Nothing explicit, nothing provable, just enough implication to keep the tension alive. Analysts warn this is the most dangerous stage of any controversy. Not accusation, not proof, but implication. Because implication fuels imagination, and imagination fills gaps faster than facts ever will. That's why this moment feels different. Not frantic, not explosive, but tight, pressurized, like something waiting to snap. There's also the question of legacy. For years, Porsha's image has been carefully shaped not just as a reality star, but as a symbol of resilience, someone who speaks up, survives, and evolves. But critics argue that evolution demands confrontation, not avoidance. And that's where this story refuses to settle. Because while the narrative has shifted toward healing and self-acceptance, the past remains unaddressed. The sermons went unexplained. The contradictions went unacknowledged. The rumors went unanswered. Instead, the audience was asked to move forward without clarity, and audiences rarely do, especially when the stakes feel personal. For some viewers, this isn't celebrity drama. It's about honesty, about responsibility, about whether public figures owe transparency when their choices may impact others. And that's where the health-related allegations, still unverified, hover in the background. Not as fact, not as proof, but as possibility. A possibility serious enough that legal experts say it reshapes how everything else is viewed. Because once responsibility and risk enter the picture, silence no longer feels neutral. It feels deliberate. And deliberate silence invites scrutiny. As days pass, pressure tightens. Fans want answers. Critics demand accountability. Supporters ask for fairness. And still, there's no direct response. The story hangs in limbo, not resolved, not dismissed, just waiting. Waiting for someone to speak. Waiting for someone to slip. Waiting for the next clip, the next message, the next voice that decides silence is no longer worth keeping. Because if the internet has taught us anything, it's this. Stories like this don't vanish. They mutate. They resurface when least expected. And it all freezes on one question that now echoes louder than any allegation. If none of this is true, why hasn't it been stopped? And if even part of it is real, how long before containment fails? Because when narratives fracture, they don't mend quietly. They splinter. And when they splinter, the impact isn't always instant. Sometimes it lingers. Music drops into a slow, unsettling pulse. What makes stories like this truly volatile isn't the claims themselves. It's what comes after. The quiet. Because silence is never neutral. It isn't accidental, and it isn't hollow. Silence is a decision. And when that decision is made while questions stay unanswered, contradictions stay unresolved, and patterns stay unexplained, people don't stop searching, they look elsewhere. That's where the internet steps in. Not as a jury, not as a judge, but as a memory. A space where old footage never vanishes, where past statements don't expire, and where narratives don't reset just because someone wants a fresh start. This was never only about sexuality. It was never only about rumors. And it was never only about one interview. It's about trust. It's about transparency. And it's about what happens when public figures ask for empathy without offering clarity. Right now, two realities are colliding. One claims this is all noise, resentment, exaggeration, clout-driven chaos. The other insists noise doesn't reach this volume without resistance underneath it. And the truth rarely makes a grand entrance. It seeps out. It resurfaces. It waits for the right opening. So the question isn't whether you believe every detail you've heard. The question is simpler and far more uncomfortable. If none of this matters, why does it keep returning? And if even a piece of it does matter, who gains the most from the silence? We'll keep watching. We'll keep tracking what's said and what's avoided. And when the next piece emerges, we'll examine it the same way. No spectacle. No emotional bait. Just the facts and the questions they leave behind. If you think this story ends here, history tells a different story. Because some truths don't disappear. They wait. Subscribe. Trending hashtags, viral threads, and millions of comments captured the shock, disbelief, and anger coursing through the public. Nene's expose paints a portrait of a woman whose double life, greed, and manipulations are so intricate and dangerous that even those closest to her may have been unaware of the full scope. Every alleged affair, every secret liaison adds to a narrative of betrayal almost impossible to fathom. Sources claim that the alleged herpes transmissions are only the tip of the iceberg. Nene reportedly revealed that some industry figures are now reevaluating their connections, fearing entanglement in a scandal of immense magnitude. The alleged risks Porsha posed were not just emotional, they were physical, with implications extending far beyond gossip. As Nene lays bare each layer of the story, it becomes clear that the entertainment world itself is entangled in the fallout of these secret actions. The tragedy is compounded by the apparent deliberateness of Porsha's decisions. Nene insists that her choices were strategic, with each relationship offering leverage, attention, or financial gain. The alleged deliberate risk of spreading herpes demonstrates recklessness and disregard for others, escalating the drama to unprecedented levels. Each revelation deepens the shock, leaving audiences emotionally charged, horrified, and desperate for answers. Fans are torn between fascination and outrage. The alleged affairs, the calculated secrecy, and the repeated patterns of deception sketch a portrait of a life lived in the shadows of public adoration, where manipulation and betrayal were allegedly tools for personal gain. Nene's exposé is more than gossip. It's a courtroom-style unveiling of secrets delivered with such force that the public is forced to confront questions of morality, trust, and the hidden costs of fame. Industry insiders reportedly remain on high alert, watching for any further fallout as Nene's revelations continue to spread. The alleged consequences on relationships, careers, and reputations are substantial. Social media mirrors this frenzy, with viral threads dissecting every claim. Each alleged affair, hidden encounter, and undisclosed consequence adds to a narrative of escalating scandal, leaving fans witnessing a reality that blurs the line between private tragedy and public spectacle. The intensity of Nene's claims implies that Porsha's actions were not random, but part of a calculated lifestyle of manipulation. Fans are left questioning how long these alleged behaviors could go unnoticed, how many lives were impacted, and what the ultimate fallout will be. Every revelation adds another layer of emotional complexity, highlighting not only the alleged deceit, but also the profound human cost of hidden betrayals. Social media remains ablaze, the public consuming each new detail with a mix of shock, anger, and morbid fascination. Nene's exposé delivers a narrative charged with emotional stakes, danger, and scandal, forcing audiences to reckon with the alleged consequences of living a double life under the spotlight. From heartbreak to physical risks, the implications are staggering, leaving a trail of viral-level gossip and tragedy that the world cannot ignore. As the story unfolds, the gravity of Nene's revelations grows clearer. The alleged affairs, secret manipulations, and repeated patterns of risk depict a celebrity whose private life may have been far more complex, dangerous, and controversial than the public ever imagined. Fans are left waiting, emotionally invested, fully aware that the fallout from these allegations is only beginning, promising weeks of discussion, debate, and viral outrage as more details emerge. The drama, the scandal, and the hidden secrets converge into a shocking exposé, one that redefines how audiences perceive Porsha's life, choices, and concealed actions. Nene's revelations are emotionally charged, aggressive, and impossible to ignore, cementing the story as a viral, emotionally intense gossip masterpiece that will dominate headlines, social media, and conversations for the foreseeable future. The fallout from Nene's explosive revelations is far from over, and the magnitude of Porsha's alleged hidden life is sending shockwaves across social media, reality TV circles, and industry insiders alike. Every claim, every alleged affair, and every hidden manipulation has compounded into a scandal unlike anything fans have seen, one that leaves the public struggling to comprehend. Nene's exposé paints a portrait of a celebrity whose polished, glamorous reality TV image sharply contrasts with a private life allegedly filled with deceit, secret relationships, and perilous choices. Nene claims Porsha's double life was methodical and calculated, with each relationship serving a purpose, whether for money, influence, or personal gratification. Allegedly, this lifestyle involved a pattern of sexual encounters, hidden affairs, and deliberate secrecy that not only emotionally manipulated partners, but also allegedly posed physical risks through undisclosed herpes transmission. The public grapples with the shocking reality that what appeared as glitz and glamour may have been a carefully orchestrated facade, hiding a series of decisions with potentially lasting consequences. Industry insiders reportedly fear association with Porsha, as Nene's revelations suggest her secretive actions could have affected multiple lives across Hollywood, leaving a trail of emotional and professional fallout. Allegedly, these connections were maintained in secrecy, and the exposure threatens to unravel careers and reputations. The scandal's intensity lies not just in the alleged affairs themselves, but in the repeated pattern of manipulation and risk, revealing a lifestyle allegedly built entirely on self-interest and concealment. Fans on social media are dissecting every detail, debating the credibility of the claims, while sharing viral posts, trending hashtags, and reaction videos. The emotional stakes are enormous. The story is not only shocking but emotionally devastating, as followers struggle to reconcile the Porsha they admired with the person allegedly exposed by Nene. Each revelation adds momentum, making the narrative impossible to ignore and turning comment sections into battlegrounds of disbelief, outrage, and fascination. Nene alleges that Porsha's actions were repetitive and deliberate, forming a cycle of secretive affairs that spanned multiple partners and years. The alleged transmission of herpes within these clandestine relationships adds a layer of danger and betrayal that escalates the scandal to unprecedented levels. Audiences are left questioning not just Porsha's ethics, but the potential fallout for everyone involved. Each revelation intensifies the emotional weight, highlighting the human cost of deception and manipulation. The tragedy is amplified by the idea that public admiration and trust were allegedly exploited. Nene describes a scenario in which Porsha's hidden motivations and actions left partners unaware of both emotional and physical risks, creating a cycle that could continue unless fully exposed.